Hello everybody and welcome back to my series where I got the 1 week free membership from Old School RuneScape Mobile, and I'm going to use this entire week to see how far we can progress our account towards being able to consistently earn bonds. In the last part I told you guys I was going to finish up getting 40 agility so we could use this XP lamp that we got from the Varrock Medium Diary, and we are doing that just now. Once we jump off the edge here and end our suffering with agility, we will have hit 40, and that means we can now claim that, what is this, 5,000 XP? 7,500 agility XP, which almost gave us 2 whole agility levels there. And the reason I'm doing that is because another method we're going to be doing in the near future requires us to have, I think, about 50 agility. So we're going to be grinding that out pretty soon. But first, I want to start working on another money-making method that is very, very casual, and I think a lot of you guys will like. And the method we're going to be doing is fletching. So at the start, fletching is not really profitable. You will lose a bit of money, but if you can get your fletching level all the way up to 55, you will be able to fletch maple longbows, and these can make you a considerable amount of money. Now to get there you are going to need a decent amount of logs. I'm at level 10 fletching right now. To get from 1 to 10, just fletch arrow shafts from regular logs and then regular short bows from regular logs. But once you get to this point, this is the exact amount of logs you're going to need to reach 55. I mean, you will also need some maple logs to make maple short bows, but yeah, these kind of logs here, and then like 1,000 maple logs, I think, to be able to reach level 55. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut all of these logs and get a ton of experience until we make it up to level 55 fletching. So this is going to take a little while, but you guys won't have to sit and watch the whole thing, so good for you. And there we go, 55 fletching. We can now make maple longbows. You know, that actually did not take as long as I thought it would, only a couple hours. And I've been playing on my other account while doing this, so I haven't been paying too much attention. But yeah, we can make the maple longbows now. The best way to make money off of them is to string them rather than cutting them. But as you can see, the profit for cutting them is still pretty good. 67 GP for each maple longbow, and maple logs cost like 9 gold each. So I'm probably going to buy a bunch of unstrung maple longbows and then just string them, because that's faster money. Though I have been fletching these bows for a good portion of the day, and we just hit 68 fletching off making these maple longbows. I think I've sold them sometime, but we have 4,000 of them in the bank at the moment. And just to show you guys how much profit you can make from these, let's examine the bowstring and the maple longbows. So it's 54 gold, and then 67 gold added together is like 123, and then these maple longbows are worth 227 each. So as you can see, you make about 100 gold every time, so it's 103 gold profit per one of these if my math is correct, and you can make about 2,400 of these per hour, which equates to 247,000 gold profit per hour. About 250,000 gold with super low requirements. I mean, it took me no time to get this fletching level to be able to make these bows, and they're super cheap. Like, the supply cost is nothing. Like you saw, it's like just over 100 gold to be able to make each one. So let's set these to like 220 each and just sell them as fast as possible. There's 900k from those bad boys, and let's check out the current bank value. We have 1 mil in cash, and the bank value is at about 2.5 mil. We've made a lot of money today from doing the fletching, and once you hit 70 fletching from doing this, you can actually make longbows, and those actually give more profit per bow than the maple longbows. So pretty awesome stuff. We're really close to being able to do that, but I think I want to take a break from doing that and work on another moneymaker, as doing fletching all day can get a little boring even if you are making a good bit of cash. So this next method I'm going to be trying is a fairly well-known one, but first to do it we're going to need a looting bag, and I think the best place to get it is right here in level, it's 14 wilderness or so. Basically head north from Edgeville next to this little pond here. I'll put a link to the video in the description of where I found out this method. But to get a looting bag, you just kill any creature in the wilderness, and I believe it's a 1 in 25 drop chance to get it. There are a lot of rats around this area here that you can kill. They've only got 2 HP, and once you kill, there's a particular one that respawns right here, and once you've killed it, you can just stand right here and wait for it to respawn after a couple seconds, and then you just keep killing it until it drops you a looting bag. It really should not take too long to get. There we go, there's the looting bag. It took me a long time, I don't know why. This is the place I get unlucky at, but yep, now that we've got the looting bag, I'll show you the rest of what you need. So here is the entire setup for this money making method. You need your looting bag, a lot of law runes, a restore potion, and 8 cakes, plus you need the Zamorak monk top and bottom, a staff of air, and an Amulet of Glory. That's the entire setup for this moneymaker. You also do need 500 total level to be able to climb this ladder and do this moneymaker efficiently. You can do it without this, you'll just make less money per hour and it'll be more of a pain in the ass. So you need to head north of Falador. You want to start here in Falador. So you tele to Falador, run all the way north to this temple here, and there are wines of Zamorak on this table here. Now if you try to grab them, all the monks will get mad, attack you, and you won't actually get them. Oh my god, I didn't mean to attack him. Sorry about that, buddy, old pal. But you can telegrab the wine of Zamorak here off of the table. Now they will start attacking you when you telegrab this, so you need to get out of there, and then you can climb up to this floor, and when you telegrab this one, you do not get attacked. So a lot of people do this moneymaker because it's really good. A lot of these people are probably bots as well, but you should be able to gather, I believe, around 200 wines of Zamorak per hour, which makes this moneymaker about 380k gold per hour. That is if you can find 2 free worlds to hop between, because as long as you're doing both floors, you can just kind of hop between 2 worlds and it should be fine. So just keep hopping around so you find 2 worlds next to each other that nobody else is doing this on. Also, the point of the restore potion is every time you telegrab this, as you can see, your stats drain a little bit, which wouldn't be a big deal if it weren't for the fact that you need 33 magic for telekinetic grab. So eventually you are going to have to drink this restore potion to get your magic level back up to be able to continue casting telekinetic grab, and the cakes are obviously for when the monks beat you up. Now the looting bag is for when your inventory fills up with wines of Zamorak. You can cross the wilderness ditch right here out into the wilderness and fill your looting bag up with the wines of Zamorak. So blah blah blah, I understand how the looting bag works and I'd like to put them all in there, and it basically gives you an extra 28 inventory spaces, which lets you collect more wines per hour, so it's pretty good. So we are almost done with our full hour. I've probably got like 4 more wines of Zami to get before the hour's up, and something I started doing is putting protection prayer, protect from melee, on my quick prayer so that I can activate that right before I steal that first wine so that I don't get hit as much, because since I am pretty low level and I don't have any armor on, those monks of Zamorak downstairs hit ridiculously hard. And for most of this hour I was hopping between 2 worlds, but recently I just hit the world hop limit, so I'm just going to stick to this last world till I finish up this inventory. But yeah, this was pretty decent. I did have to find new worlds like 4 or 5 times because of the fact that there are so many bots doing this. I mean, maybe it's not bots, maybe it's actual players, but it seems a little bit like bots. So in this hour I was able to get 254 wines of Zamorak, which is more than I thought I'd be able to get. The wiki guide said 204, but that was just with staying in one world, so it looks like you can get about an extra 50 if you're hopping between worlds, although you do hit the world logout timer, so it will stop you from logging in for a few seconds every now and then. So maybe like every 5 or 6 worlds you hop, you just stay for a minute or two just stealing from that same world. So here is the supply cost. Okay, so it's 254 law runes. Actually, it was 259 because of the teleports I had to do to Falador. And then about 40 cakes and 4 restore potions, putting the costs at 58,000 gold. Let's just say 58,000, and then we take all of this out and put the wines of Zamorak in, and that is 513,588 gold. So we'll subtract the costs, and we just made 455,000 gold in 1 hour. I actually did not know that wines of Zami was this good of money. The obvious downsides is dealing with the bots, and you can't AFK like at all with this method. It is very, very intense, but 450,000 gold an hour with the only requirement being like 50 magic and some restore potions, that is really not bad. Usually I wouldn't recommend these kinds of methods because you don't really get a bunch of XP or progress on your account, but it's almost half a mil an hour with super low requirements. That is not bad at all. Okay, so here we go. We are just about to hit, there it is, 25 herb lore, and I did it with Guam potions and Eyes of New just because that's the cheapest method. And I did this because I wanted to show you guys something. I knew I'd probably get some comments eventually of people asking, hey, what about this method? What about this method? And I wanted to address all of that with just one method. So this is a method of making money where you make unfinished potions. So if you don't know how herb lore works, you mix the herb into a vial of water, and then you mix the secondary ingredient into that unfinished potion to make the finished potion. Now, people don't like mixing the herbs into the vials of water because it doesn't give any experience, so unfinished potions are worth more than the herb itself. As you can see here, Renar Weeds 68.28, and then we go in here and find the Renar potion, and it is 69.53. So if I were to buy a Renar Weed, mix it into a vial of water, I can make over 100 gold per one. So I'm going to do this for like 20 minutes and see how much money we can end up making. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. You need level 30 herb lore to make the unfinished potion. You need 25 to clean it. Let's go get a couple more herb lore levels. Okay, there we go. 30 herb lore we can make unfinished Renard potions. Now it's time to do that for 20 minutes. For real this time. Okay, I just finished doing 20 minutes of making these Renard potions, and it was kind of a pain because I don't have a huge cash stack right now, so I had to buy some, then sell the finished potions, buy some more, sell the finished potions. But I went through my whole history, and I made, oh god, I forgot how many I made, but basically if you do this really efficiently, you can make like, I think 3,600 potions per hour if you're super efficient, which is probably more than I did. But in that 20 minutes, I made 137,000 gold profit, so you times that by 3, and you get 411,000 GP per hour, which is really good for such a low requirement moneymaker. All you need is 30 herb lore, and of course a decent bit of capital to be able to buy the unfinished potions. My only problem with this method, of course, is that you get no experience, you don't get any quests done, you don't unlock any new things, it's just 0 XP, all GP. That's why I would say just do the Wine of Zamorak method if you're looking for something around this GP per hour. It's a little bit more gold per hour, and you at least get magic experience. Also, something else I forgot to mention is that since I'm releasing this video, some people are inevitably bound to do this money-making method, which will make it less profitable as more people do it. It's really only profitable when you're one of the few people doing it. So the next thing I want to unlock for this account is the Ebons Staff, which requires you to complete the Underground Pass quest. And it's really good. It's really good to have high agility while doing this quest because you have to go through many a agility obstacle to get through it, and the lower your agility, the longer it's going to take. So I think I'm going to grind up to at least 45 agility here at the Canifis agility course, which is, you know, located obviously in Canifis. And it's recommended to get to 50, but I think we can just bring some summer pies, which boost your agility level by 5, to increase our chances of getting through the underground pass. And at this point, I've probably done this quest 7 or 8 times, so I'm pretty well versed in it, and my patience level is 99. So let's get these agility levels going. Yay, we're, oh, wrong one, wait. Yay, we're done jumping around. 45 agility, which is good enough for Underground Pass, I suppose. If you're doing it on your account, I recommend getting to 50, because it might be a little painful doing it for the first time with 45. 50 is a pretty solid starting point. So there we go, one of the easiest quests in the game is done. There's Plague City. You actually get 2,400 mining XP for doing this, so that'll give you a lot of levels if you do that first. But we got 32 mining, still haven't mined anything. And next up is Biohazard, the second quest in this series. It's also very easy. There is Biohazard complete, and I actually forgot about one requirement for Underground Pass, and that is level 25 ranged. Unfortunately, our range level is 1, so we're going to need to train our ranged up. I was going to do it eventually, but we kind of need to now. It's not really an optional thing. So the best method we can use to get our ranged from 1 to 25 is going and killing monsters with ranged weapons, right? Nope, it's questing, just like everything else. So we're going to go do 3 quests, and those will bolster our range level up significantly, starting off with the Golem quest. Just finished the Golem quest. It was super fast, it only took like 10 minutes, and now it's time for the follow-up to that, Shadow of the Storm, which is where we're going to get all that sexy ranged XP. This one's a little bit harder. There is a boss. So now it is time for the boss fight, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. So it's very similar to that that Black Titan that you met on the bridge during the, what quest was it, Holy Grail. It will need to be killed with Silverlight, but only the final blow. So what you can do is equip something better, like a Rune Scimitar, and you want to stand out of his melee range, and he will only use magic attacks on you. As long as you're out of his melee range, run in, attack him, and then run back out of his melee range every time you attack. Sometimes you'll mess up inevitably and he'll melee you just like that, and just try to keep the cycle going and keep your magic prayer on, and this fight should be pretty easy, honestly. So at the end of the quest, you get to choose what skill to put the 10,000 XP in, and I chose ranged. Obviously I missed the recording clip, but we got from level 1 to level 27 ranged just by completing that quest, which is absolutely insane. And now we're going to go do another quest for a little bit more ranged XP. I know I have the 25 that I need for Underground Pass, but I'm going to need a much higher range level in the future for a certain money-making method, which we'll probably be able to do in the next video, maybe. The best quest ever, Goblin Diplomacy, is done. Look at those quest points. I think I figured out why bowstring prices crash so much. Jesus Christ. Another quest out the way, the Lost Tribe is complete. 3,000 more mining XP. You get so many mining levels from quests. There's 34. And now we can do Death to the Dorgashun, which gives us more ranged XP. Here we go. Death to the Dorgashun is complete. 2,000 more ranging XP, which puts us up to level 28 ranging, which means we can use the bone crossbow. So let's head to the GE, get ourselves a bone crossbow, and the rest of our range set up, and I will show you guys where we're going to be training. Alright, here is the absolute alpha setup right here. We got the Dorgashun crossbow, bone bolts, glory, coif, and then frog leather for the rest. Then a ring of dueling, because I can't get any other ring. And then once I get to 30 ranged, we'll upgrade to all the snakeskin, and then at 40 we will switch over to the green D-hide. Now the place we're going to be training at is here on Fossil Island. I should show you guys where it's at. If you go to the mushroom meadow, there, go south. There's a little trap door here which leads to a task-only Fossil Island wyvern cave, but down here is also these fossil rocks which turn into ammonite crabs. They're very similar to the sand crabs, except this spot is never taken, and these things have 100 health instead of only, I think it's 60 for the sand crabs, so they're a very great place to AFK train. So first off, I'm going to get up to 40 defense by meleeing these things, and then after that we're going to start training our range. Then the goal overall is to get to 50 range. I don't know if I'm going to straight grind that, but yeah, that's where I'm going to end today off, you guys. Until tomorrow, I'm going to be AFKing these crabs like crazy, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to see some more videos in the future. Let me know also if you guys are enjoying this kind of series. I might do some more things like this in the future, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.